You wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason. No alarm, no noise, no dream you remember. Your eyes just open. You lie there for 20 minutes, maybe 40, and then you fall back asleep and forget it ever happened. You've probably done this dozens of times this year and blamed it on stress or coffee or your phone. But that 3 a.m. wake-up isn't a malfunction, it's a memory. A 300,000-year-old habit your brain refuses to let go of. Because for almost all of human history, sleeping through the night wasn't just rare, it was dangerous. Here's the assumption most people make. Ancient humans slept in one long, unbroken block, the way sleep doctors tell you to today. 8 hours, lights out, done. Except that's not what the evidence shows, and it's not what history shows either. In the 1990s, historian Roger Eckerch spent over a decade digging through old court records, diaries, and medical texts from pre-industrial Europe. He found something strange showing up again and again. People described a first sleep and a second sleep, with an hour or two of quiet waking in between. Not insomnia, not a disorder, just the normal shape of a night. People used that middle hour to pray, talk, mend tools, tend a fire, or just lie in the dark thinking. Then they went back to sleep until morning. This wasn't a European quirk. It shows up in accounts from Africa, South America, and the Pacific, too. And when psychiatrist Thomas Ware ran an experiment in the 1990s, cutting off volunteers from artificial light for weeks at a time, their sleep split into exactly that same pattern on its own. 2 blocks, a quiet gap in between, no coaching required. It's not a habit people invented, it's a default humans fall back into the moment the modern world stops interfering. So why would evolution build that gap in on purpose? Because for a fully unconscious human, for 8 straight hours in the open was a liability the species couldn't afford. Think about where humans actually slept for most of the last 300,000 years. Caves, rock shelters, thin brush enclosures, sometimes nothing at all. And that's exactly when predators were most active: lions, hyenas, leopards. Big cats do most of their hunting between dusk and dawn, which happens to be exactly when humans are most defenseless. Archaeologists have found human remains in cave layers alongside leopard remains, some skulls showing puncture marks that match big cat teeth almost perfectly. Sleep wasn't a safe activity. It was the most exposed thing a person did all day. That waking gap in the middle of the night wasn't wasted time. It was a built-in security check. Someone stirs, listens, glances at the fire, notices if it's burning low, notices if something's moving outside the circle of light, then goes back to sleep. Multiply that across a group of 15 or 20 people with staggered internal clocks, and you get something close to a rotating night watch, except nobody had to be assigned the job. Evolution assigned it for them. This is also almost certainly why humans are such light, easily interrupted sleepers compared to most other mammals. A sleeping lion barely reacts to noise. A sleeping human snaps awake at a twig cracking 30 feet away. That's not poor sleep quality. That's sleep built by 500,000 years of nights where the deepest sleepers were the ones who didn't survive to pass on their genes. And it explains something else. Studies on new parents, night shift workers, and people in high-stress environments all show the same thing. Humans slip back into broken, segmented sleep remarkably easily, and it doesn't necessarily make them more exhausted. Your body isn't fighting a disorder when this happens. It's running a program that's been there before language, before fire, maybe before we were even fully human. So the next time you wake up at 3 a.m. for no reason, you're not broken and you're not failing at sleep. You're doing exactly what every single one of your ancestors did, going back further than any written record, further than any city, further than agriculture itself. Lying still in the dark, listening for a moment, making sure the fire's still burning before drifting back under. The world changed, the streetlights came, the locks came, The predators mostly disappeared, but your body never got the memo. Somewhere underneath 8 hours of normal sleep, there's still a night watchman clocking in at 3 a.m., checking that everything is safe, exactly like he has for 300,000 years. He's just got nothing left to watch for.